It's a movie that we didn't ask for, but it's a movie that Disney gave us. Solo, a Star Wars story. Movie review right now. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Zakka, and today, I already said in the opener, we're reviewing Solo, a Star Wars story. Now, this is gonna be like a two-part video. Here's the first part where just the movie review. I'm not gonna spoil anything, just all movie review. And then, instead of just like making a second video, I'm just gonna say like, hey, spoiler alert, spoiler time, and you guys know, oh, let me stop watching this video if I don't wanna get spoiled. So I'm going to talk about that later on in the video, but I do want to tell you guys, like, I'm going to give you guys the grading up front. I'm going to give you guys, like, you should watch this movie in theaters or not up front before I jump into the spoiler section. So now I got that out the way. One more thing, if you guys want me to review a movie, let me know. Please put in the comment section and I'll try to get to it. Matter of fact, a movie series that I'm going to be reviewing pretty soon is going to be the Harry Potter series. I've never seen them personally, so I'm looking forward to getting those reviewed. But without further ado, let's jump into Solo. So what's the story of Solo? Solo is pretty much about Han Solo and how he became the man he is today, or I guess the man he is in the series where he gets killed by Kylo Ren in Star Wars Episode 7. So let's just talk about Han Solo to how he got to Episode 4. Pretty much just like his beginning, his origin story that we didn't really need, but I wasn't mad that we got it. Like, my expectations for this movie is pretty low, so when I went to go see it, I was like, oh, okay, this is not as bad as I thought. So the storyline is pretty much this: Han Solo is find a girl, like him and his girl together, and they try to escape this planet they're on. And when they try to escape, Solo gets free, but his girl doesn't. So Solo try to go around and learn how to become a really good pilot so he can go back and free his girl. But come to find out, his girl already been freed, and he and her. Anyway, Solo and his girl are trying to pretty much get back together at the same time. Solo's learning more about like his crew and finding friends and just learning what it means to be him. Like, no. When you really make that storyline out like that and put it out like that, it doesn't really sound that great of a movie. So some few thoughts about this movie was, one, the side characters in every Star Wars movie I have seen are always the funnier characters than like the main person. Like the main character is usually a serious, brooding type who don't really have that many quips. Like Han had a few in this movie, Chewbacca had a few in this movie, but like it came from a character named L337, was a robot who was like, had a whole bunch of sass. She was a robot civil rights activist, and this robot was like trying to cause rebellion and free the robots, and it was a pretty cool character who kept quipping back and forth. That's not a spoiler, guys, so don't get upset about what I just said there. But like, it was a pretty cool character, and I really enjoyed that character. Also, Rio is another character, side character, who had a bunch of quips and funny moments, and he said a bunch of things that kind of made me chuckle, and I enjoyed him as well. Two side characters who pretty much don't really add much to the storyline. They just there, but they was fun characters that I really enjoyed. Also, another thing about this movie, I'm going to go see it on Memorial Day, like opening weekend, I guess, if you want to consider Memorial Day the 3-day weekend. And the theater I was in only had me and, 6 other people? Maybe less than that. It was really empty, and one dude fell asleep in this movie. And at certain parts, I can see how you can fall asleep in this movie. But at the same time, I was like, really, dude? And he was snoring. It really bothered me. But other than that, I was like, I can see it does have some downs, but it also has some ups. And it wasn't like a super low down, but the ups wasn't really high up either. Like, the movie didn't wow me, but at the same time, it wasn't a movie that like I was mad about. Two more things before I jump into the characters. There are like in this movie a bunch of unnecessary twists and turns that like, one, you kind of figure out yourself just by watching, like, oh, I can see this coming. And there's other times you're like, that was unnecessary. Why is that there? Okay. So you go see this movie, just be aware of that. Like, you're going to see some twists and turns. I'm not spoiling anything, but they're there. And they're like the regular movie tropes that you see. Twists and turns you see in movies. And you're like, oh, this again? Okay, well, I've seen that in the last 10 other movies, superhero movies I've seen, or adventure movies I've seen. So get ready for that. And lastly, the music in this movie is actually spot on. I really enjoyed the Star Wars music in this movie, and especially a scene where a couple of villains comes out like attacks the good guys. Like you hear like this certain soundtrack plays, and it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. I haven't heard that in a Star Wars movie, and I'm okay with this. I'm enjoying this. Okay, so characters. So I didn't watch any of the commercials before this movie came out. I seen the first commercial, the first trailer, and I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. And I knew that Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, was in this movie, but I did not know Daenerys Targaryen, Haymitch from Hunger Games, and the Vision will all be in this movie. So that was a cool treat seeing that. I was sitting there watching, like, I think I recognize that character. I think I recognize that actor. I think I recognize her. Literally, I think I had like an epiphany in the movie. I was like, oh my gosh, that is Daenerys Targaryen. Emilia Clarke, like, she is in this movie. That dude sounds familiar. That voice, that face. Oh, it's Paul Bettany. I think I said his name right. Bettany? The Vision. What? And I was like, oh, Willie Harrelson, just out of nowhere. Haymitch. As far as the cast, I enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed everybody in this movie. I enjoyed the people that played the characters. The guy that played Han Solo, I enjoyed him. Let's go ahead and break down these characters. So Han Solo played by Alden Ehrenreich. I don't know German. I'm sorry, guys. But Alden, I thought he did a great job being Solo. I had no complaints about him. I was like, all right, I'm into the character. I can see everything about him. I can see the whole mannerisms he tried to like mimic from Harrison Ford. Good for him. Joonas Suotamo, who played Chewbacca, is Chewbacca. Like, what more do you need from him? Like, okay. Woody Harrelson is Beckett. Woody Harrelson's a good actor. I like him. I like seeing him in movies. So he did a great job as Beckett. Emilia Clarke, I called her Emily earlier. Emilia Clarke, she played Choir. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's not the name I remember saying in the movie. But anyway, she did a great job. I enjoyed her as a character as well. And then Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. Great. So the cast in this movie, I thought they did a really good job, even with Paul Bettany as Drayen Voss, who's like the main antagonist in this movie. I thought they did a really good job with the characters and how they cast them. Like, it was an all-star cast to me. I enjoyed it. Should you go see this movie in theaters? No, you shouldn't see this movie in theaters unless you want the one cameo I'm going to talk about in the spoiler review. Other than that, I don't think you need to see this movie in theaters. In grading time, I'm going to give Solo, a Star Wars story, I'm going to give it a C+. To me, it was a nice flick to go watch. Not so that I might watch again, I might not watch again. I don't know. It's an okay movie, has some ups and downs, and I enjoyed it. So if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll probably enjoy it too. If you're not a Star Wars fan, this might not be a movie you should go see. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the spoiler section of this video. The main spoiler, Darth Maul is in this video, which had me like geek out in theaters because like, wait, why is Darth Maul here? Where he should be dead. Like, I was like, he should be killed. This is after episode 1, Qui-Gon Jinn got rid of him. So how's Darth Maul, who's played by Ray Park, which, let me make sure I said the guy's name right. Yeah, Ray Park, the guy that played him in the first Star Wars movie, episode 1, and he's back in this movie. Like, he's just as Darth Maul, and it makes me wonder, like, are they leading into the, the newer movies with Darth Maul going to be coming back? Because apparently, he's still alive. Apparently. Han wins the Falcon over a card game with Lando, which to me, I was like, oh, that's it. Like, it's a quick scene at the end of the movie where Han goes back and challenged Lando for the Falcon, and the first time they competed for the Falcon in the beginning, of the, I guess the mid part of the movie, Lando cheated. So in the end of it, Han got the upper hand, and he beat Lando in like a 3-minute scene, 4-minute scene for the Falcon. So that's how he got the Falcons. He beat Lando in a card game, not because Lando let him have it. He got beat in a card game. The rebellion is formed in this movie, so you get to see the origins of the rebellion as well, which is a very quick, I guess, nod to the future, to like episodes 4, 5, and 6 in Rogue One. Like, just say we're gonna start a rebellion. Han, we want you on our team, and Han's like, I don't want to join the rebellion, but that's how the rebellion gets formed from this movie, from this group of pirates, and that they was called at the beginning of the movie. Kind of find out they're just do-gooders and anti-heroes and heroes who trying to stop the Empire from taking over and dominating the universe. And lastly, how Chewie met Han was pretty cool. Chewie was actually captured by the Empire and made to like be a monster that they fed. The Empire will feed their rebellious soldiers. They would feed them to Chewie, and Chewie will either eat them or beat them up. I never thought Chewie was had a taste of human flesh, but apparently he does. But Han got put into his chamber to fight Chewie, and him and Chewie ended up getting free because Han knew how to speak Wookiee, which I knew he could understand Chewie, but I didn't know he could speak it. So that was kind of a cool little twist there that he only used like maybe one time in the movie after that. So that's the only other 4 spoilers there. Other than that, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdowns. I really appreciate it. See you next time, and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here, follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here, and you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.